In high school, I was a very good student. Unfortunately, I lived in a very poor area. My father couldn't keep a job for very long, so my parents could not afford to pay for any college. I had my first child when I was 19 years old, and I was very, very young, so I did not complete any school.
I was a truck driver, and most of the time I was on the road for about 14, 15 years. The trucking career, at that point, it wasn't stable. It wasn't 100% sure that it was going to be there forever. And at the same time, you have to leave your family for quite a period of time. It got to the point that I wasn't there for them, and eventually it was just wearing me down on the road, missing this and missing that, working on holidays. And at the same time, I was making ends meet, and I had just got laid off as well.
I didn't have plans to go to college. High school kind of scared me, I guess, so I wasn't motivated to go to college really. I started working for the Rainforest Cafe, and I was a cashier in the back office. I was a daycare worker. I knew that I had to do something in order to get ahead, and my goal was to work in downtown Chicago.
I just didn't want to live paycheck to paycheck at all. And nowadays, it's not Little House on the Prairie where the mom stays home and we don't want to sit home. We want to go out and go four-wheeling. That's one of the things that we love to do, and four-wheeling takes gas.
My wife and I, we had a talk, and she encouraged me. I mean, for the longest time, she had in her mind that she wanted me to change careers. She just didn't know how to approach me. And once I brought this idea to her, she was all for it. She wanted to see that I could do something better for myself. I explored other options, but Kaplan was the choice that I took to pursue my career.
I was terrified. Change is scary sometimes, but you just have to do it. And even if you're afraid, you just have to face your fears.
I have this one saying, and it's every man's perception is his reality. I was sitting there, I was 40 years old, not doing anything, and I made the decision, it's gonna be my reality. Going back to school, acing everything. I chose the medical field basically because our economy was on a decline, but the one thing that will always be consistent is that there's always going to be people that need medical attention. That is one business that will never ever decline.
I had a friend that went to Kaplan. She was like, well, you should just go check it out, just see what it's about, just see how you like it. And so I met with the admissions advisor there. She kind of just showed me around the school, told me a little bit about the programs, and she showed me what program would fit me best. And that's how I ended up there.
And I just gave it my 100%, and I wanted to do this right. I wanted to make it happen, and I graduated with high honors from Kaplan.
I was so driven that I didn't pay attention to my actual grades other than I need to pass. But was very, very shocked at my graduation that I was high academic honors. It was my first graduation, and so I never ever got to do the whole turning of the tassel, the whole 9 yards, and so that was very, very huge. Anybody that is looking to learn, I always recommend Kaplan College.
My major was computer business specialist. All of my skills I did learn from Kaplan. PowerPoint presentation, Excel, Word, I use all of that every day. Kaplan helps me get a better job. I'm happy where I'm at. They pay very well. It's everything I could dream in a job.
I'm a living proof that by going back to school, it does make a difference. It's never too late to get a career, get a bachelor's, a master's, or so on. I try to set that example so that way if my kids say, if my dad could do it, well, hey, I could do it, you know? That's the example I want to set to them. Dedicate yourself 100%, and if you do, at the end, you'll be rewarded. But Kaplan has more than offer just the medical MAs. They change lives. They changed my life. They changed my life for the better.